Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I'm so excited that you can be here today. I am really looking forward to today's video because it is finally my favorite time of the month. Everyone is posting their TBR videos, so I thought I'd hop on here and post my TBR video, which will be my Bookopoly picks my TBR books for the month of October. I am super excited to use this. I made this, I think last month, and then I never used it. So I am super excited to use this today. Before we get into the board and rolling all the prompts, I'm gonna go over a few of the rules that I have for myself. A lot of these are from the original Monopoly rules, because obviously I'm doing a Bookopoly. First one is, my goal is to get 6 books on my TBR every month. So for this, I'm gonna go until I get 6 books or until I pass go. So for example, if I'm about to pass go and I only have three or 4 books somehow, I'm gonna keep going until I get 6. But if I go and I already have my 6 books, I have to wait until I go past go. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, you'll see how it goes. The only other big rule I can think of is the doubles rule. So if I roll doubles 3 times in a row, I have to completely start over, which could be good and could be bad. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to show a up-close video of my board. Going around, after we have past go, we have Book Boulevard. This is kind of all my bookish picks lane. So my friend picks, my sister picks, a reread, or my library picks, something like that. Or my favorite that I hope I might end up on would be Go Buy a New Book. The next lane we have is Trope Road. So this is all the tropes I can think of that are very popular in books and tropes that I enjoy reading. We also have a Start Over, so obviously if I land on that, I have to start over. Going on to our next lane, we have Title Street. We have Free Pick on the end. Then all the prompts on here has something to do with the book titles. You'll also see, I forgot to mention it on the last one, but double the next prompt. If I land on that, the next roll, whatever I land on, I have to double it. Then our final lane is Author Avenue. We have another Start Over, and then all the prompts are something to do with authors. So my favorite author, like an author whose book I've been putting off, new to me author, and continued series and new series. I forgot to mention one last rule that my family does. I don't know if this is an official rule or not, but in normal Monopoly, if we land on go, we collect $400 instead of $200 because it doesn't happen that often. So if I land on go in my Bookopoly, I'm gonna kind of have that be either I can switch out a book, I could add a book to my TBR, or I can take away a book. So that'd be very nice depending on my TBR, or I can just leave it. But yeah, with all that being said, how I'm gonna do this, instead of rolling, pick a book, roll, pick a book, I'm gonna go through and do all my rolls first, just because the setup I have is very wonky, and you're gonna get so many different angles if I keep switching. So I think that's just gonna be easier for everyone involved. So after we pick all the prompts, we're gonna go through and pick the books off of my physical TBR. So yeah, I hope y'all are excited. I'm very excited, and let's get started. Let's go ahead and pick out my TBR prompts for the month. For my little token today, we have the genie lamp from Aladdin. I took that from our Disney Monopoly board. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go. First roll. Got a 3. Have a library pick, which that will be good because I have 3 library books right now that I need to read before October 16th. Second roll. 5. Right. A friend picks. another 5. Landed on double the next prompt. So let's see what prompt we have to double. We got a 6. All right, we got 2 enemies to lovers books we got to pick out. It's our 4th pick. 4th or 5th pick, however you want to count it. Got a 7. A name in the title. I wonder if I have any names in the title. We'll call this rule number 5. 4. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Okay, well, we landed on start over. So there goes all those TBR prompts, which is too bad. I was very excited. I had some in mind for the first 3. Well, okay, let's go again, I guess. 9. All right, Maddie picks. If y'all won't know Maddie, but Maddie is my sister who finally got into reading. I think it was late last year or early this year. And she's been loving her thrillers and contemporary fiction, which are 2 genres I don't really read. So we'll see what she ends up picking. 6 in our first double. TBR jar. Hopefully we get a good prompt out of there. That was roll 2. We're going to go for roll 3. Hopefully we don't get another doubles. 6. A 1 to 2 word title. Well, that one will be fun. All right. Our 4th pick. Oh, fell off. I have a 3. And we got a 5 to 6 word title. I think I know what I'm going to do for that prompt. All right. 5th roll. 6. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, you know what they say. 3rd time's the charm. Let's see how we do. We're starting over again. Man, okay. This is rather unfortunate. I did not think this was going to happen at all this video, but I guess let's go again. Our first roll in our 3rd round is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a reread. I don't know what I want to reread. I'm not really in the rereading mood. I've been trying to tackle through my TBR recently, but I guess we'll see what comes up. 2nd roll in our 3rd round. We got a 4. Okay. I guess we're starting over again. This is wild. Okay. I guess I can't really do anything. We got to keep going until I get all the way around the board. So I guess 4th time is the charm. A 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're starting off again with a library pick. Again, would be good because I have a few books I want to pick up from the library that I need to read. 2nd roll in our 4th round. Got an 8. Okay, good. I was about to like hold my breath there for a second. All right, a book with like a character that has a secret identity. That one could be really fun. I don't know if you saw a cowboy walking under the table, but he's hanging out there now. All right, 3rd roll. 5. A second chance book. This could actually be pretty fun. I think I might have a few romance books I need to get to. All right, 4th roll. 6. 3 to 4 word title. I think it's our 5th roll. Got another 5. Double the next prompt. Okay, I just need to roll higher than a 3, and we're gonna be fine. Smooth sailing from there. I swear, if I don't, I might crash out a little bit. Okay, good. 7. Finally. Oh, trust, that was a 7. A new to me author. Oh, that could be a really fun one. Right, our 6th roll. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I don't have 6 books yet, so I guess it counts. I landed on buy a new book. That's really exciting. Okay. All right, we finally got through the TBR board. I genuinely was not expecting to have to start over 3 times, but I'm excited with the TBR we have. It should be pretty good. I'm especially excited with the last prompt to go buy a new book because I've been on a book buying ban because I really want to narrow down and read a lot of my physical TBR. But, I mean, if the TBR board says to go buy a new book, I have to go buy a new book. So we're going to go through our TBR book prompts now, and then I will let you know what book I'm going to buy at the end of the video. All right, our first prompt was a library pick. I currently have 3 books I borrowed from the library with me right now that I have to read before October 16th. So possibly one of these guys, but this is my little stack so far. I have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, Dark Shores by Danielle L. Jensen, and The City of Bros by S.A. Oh, I'm so sorry if I butcher this. Chakraborty, something like that. I think I'm gonna go with One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, just because I know so many people really loved this book last year, and this is like the perfect like spooky and gothic read. If you don't know what One Dark Window is about, Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie Mistlaw Kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. Okay? She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets. But nothing comes for free, especially magic. True that. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure the blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except the highwayman just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, and guilty of high treason. Okay. Now I'm very intrigued, and this sounds like it's going to be perfect for like a cold, kind of like dark, spooky night. So, first book on our TBR for our library pick is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. The second prompt that I rolled is Secret Identity, which I'm going to have to go look through my books. I'm not sure what I have, but the book I found for Secret Identity, I'm really excited for this read. This has been a very anticipated read for me this year. So anticipated that I already bought the next 2 books in this series, but they were at half-price books. It was a good deal. Might as well. But we have This Woven Kingdom by Tahira Mafi. I am very excited for this. I hear nothing but good things. I tried to get into her Shatter Me series, but I'm still trying to get through it. I haven't really been convinced, but I just hear nothing but good things about this book from a lot of booktubers that I love to watch. But on the back, it says, "To all the world, Eliza is a disposable servant, not the long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom forced to hide in plain sight." So we got our secret identity. The Crown Prince Cameron has heard the prophecies foretelling the death of his king, but he could never have imagined that the servant girl he can't put out of his mind would one day uproot his kingdom and the world. This is supposed to be really good. This is like a Persian mythology inspired fantasy read. And yeah, I hear nothing but good things. Her books are very lyrical. It's very pretty, and it'd be good. So then I knock this off my TBR, but also I will hopefully read the other 2 books in the series as well. And she has a 4th book coming out, I think in like 2 weeks. So this will be really good. Prompt number 3 was a second chance book. Let's see what I have. I'm probably going to look at the romance first because that is my least read genre. So I'm gonna try to pick something up from there, but if not, I'm probably gonna get another fantasy. So let me go see what I got. All right, for our second chance prompt, we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, which this will actually be perfect for this time of year because football season's upon us, and this is a football romance. So on the back it says, Nora Mackenzie's entire career lies in the hands of a famous NFL tight end, Derek Pender, who happens to be her college ex-boyfriend. Nora didn't end things as gracefully as she could have back then, and now it has come back to haunt her. Derek is her first client as an official full-time sports agent, and he's holding a grudge. Yikes. Derek has set his sights on a little friendly revenge. If Nora Mackenzie, the first girl to ever break his heart, wants to be his agent, oh, he'll let her be his agent. The plan is simple. Make Nora's life absolutely miserable, but if Derek knows anything about the woman he once loved, she won't quit easy. Instead of giving in, Nora starts a scheme of her own, but then a wild night in Vegas leaves Nora and Derek in bed the next morning, married. Hold up. I don't think I knew this far into the book. Wait. With their rule book out of the window, could this new relationship save their careers and spark a romance of a lifetime? This sounds okay. This sounds so good. Hold up. Alright, I'm now very excited for this on my TBR. I don't know if I ever read that far down on the back of the book, but I love either like a marriage of convenience or like an accidental like getting married trope in books. So okay, I'm excited. This is The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, and this is our 3rd pick for the month of October. Our 4th prompt is a book with a 3 to 4 word title. So I probably have quite a few of those, but let's see. I'm gonna pick out a few options, show you all the options, and then we'll go from there. All right, I picked out a few books with 3 to 4 word titles, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I think I'm being pulled to pick up The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. It's been so long since I've been in this universe, and I'm really excited. The way the Mark of Athena left off was a major cliffhanger that it would have been a time to be alive to read these as they were coming out and like getting one every year. But I love the author's note in the front, or not author's note. I'm blanking out on what it's called, but the dedication page is to my wonderful readers. Sorry about that last cliffhanger. Well, no, not really. Ha ha ha. But seriously, I love you guys. So I'm intrigued. I'm excited, and you know, it'll break up my TBR a little bit. So I think this is going to be our 4th book on the TBR. The 5th prompt is a new to me author, which that means I'm going to be starting a series probably. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to look at my book cart, and then let's see what I find. I want to read Billy Summers by Stephen King. This could be a really fun one for October. Yeah, let's go with it. For my 5th prompt, I'm going to go with Billy Summers by Stephen King. This will be my first ever Stephen King book. I picked this up because I saw Haley Pham read this and she really loved it. And I'm not a big thriller or horror reader, so I've never been really intrigued by Stephen King. But the way she talked about this book and kind of the premise behind it is a lot more on, I think, kind of like the thriller contemporary side versus straight up horror. So I was very intrigued by that. But our little description says, Billy Summers is a man in a room with a gun. He's a killer for hire and the best in the business. But he'll only do the job if the target is truly a bad guy. And now Billy wants out. First, there is one last hit. Billy is among the best snipers in the world, a decorated Iraq War vet, and a Houdini when it comes to vanishing after the job is done. So, what could possibly go wrong? How about everything? So, I don't know. It sounds exciting. I don't really read anything like this, so I'm excited to pick it up. and this is definitely different than all the other books on my TBR, so this could be a nice little like palette cleanser almost. But yeah, our fifth prompt, Billy Summers by Stephen King. Hey, it's Editing Alley from the next day. In the midst of filming the video yesterday, I totally forgot to pick a second book for the, I think it was a new to me author prompt. I landed on pick 2 and I picked 1. So I'm going to come on here with my second pick, which is going to be Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I am very excited about this read. This has been blowing up for at least a year or two now. Sounds really exciting. This is a high fantasy, and first off, it's like stunning. You can see those edges. But yeah, I just hear like so many positive things about this book. I soft DNF'd it, I think earlier this year. I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I find if I'm not in the mood, it's better just to not read it so then I can actually enjoy it when I am in the mood. But this is about an immortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the Descended. Their cruel, magical offspring, Diem Bellator, yearns to escape her poor village. Her mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offer Diane an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of Descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries for her mother left behind. With the dying king's handsome heir watching her every move and a ruthless rebel alliance recruiting her to join a growing civil war, Diane will have to navigate unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mortal kind. So I'm really excited about this. Again, I hear nothing but good things, and I think 3 of the books are currently published, and the 4th book, I think everyone's hoping it's coming out next year. But yeah, I've had this on my TBR since June, so a fairly newer read, so it'd be nice to get it read. But anyway, back to the video. Our 6th and final prompt is buy a new book, which I'm really excited for, though I do feel kind of guilty because I've been enjoying trying to read every book off of my physical TBR, but there are 3 books I was really hoping to get this year, and one of them is Jade City by Fonda Lee. I'll put a photo on here somewhere. But if you don't know what Jade City is about, don't worry, I got the description up right here. But it says, Jade is the lifeblood of the island of Kekon. It has been mined, traded, stolen, and killed for, and for centuries, the honorable Greenbone warriors like the Call family have used it to enhance their magical abilities and defend the island from foreign invasion. Now the war is over, and a new generation of Calls vies for control of Kekon's bustling capital city. They care about nothing but protecting their own, cornering the Jade market, and defending the districts under their protection. Ancient tradition has little place in this rapidly changing nation. When a powerful new drug emerges that lets anyone, even foreigners, will Jade, the simmering tension between the Coles and the rival Ayat family erupts into the open violence. The outcome of this clan war will determine the fate of all Green Bones and of Kekon itself. I am very excited for this book, and also it got new covers as well. That looks really cool. Unfortunately, for some reason, I couldn't find a photo that would come onto here. Unless I did, then I'll put it on the screen. But they look super cool. And yeah, the Raven-Haired Reader, another booktuber I really like to watch, loves this series and talks very highly of it. So I'm very excited. It is like fantasy kind of mixed with kind of like an urban fantasy, I think. So you do kind of get the like fantasy elements, but driving cars. But I just hear it's just such a good book and very well written. So I'm very excited. There's 3 books in this trilogy, and I believe there's big time skips in between each of them. So it would be a good read one, I'm going to take a break and then read the next, or I might just binge them all. But yeah, I think that's the book I'm going to go and pick up here from my local bookstore here maybe tomorrow. But yeah. With that being said, these are all the books on my physical TBR. We'll give you one more look at them again. I am actually very excited for this month. I really loved everything that I've read in the descriptions, and I'm very excited to read Jade City. So we'll see. Here next week, probably, I'll be posting my September wrap up. So make sure you watch out for that. And yeah, thank you for joining me today. If you made it this far, drop a dog emoji in the comments for Cowboy, because we just found him and he came back home last night. He ran away. He ran away last night and we just found him a few hours ago. So drop a dog emoji for Cowboy. Show him some love. He's a sleepy baby. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you whenever I see you next. Bye.